of this class. So before beginning with the class, I would request each and everyone to please do attend your classes regularly. Please listen to each and every kind of lectures so that you can understand them briefly and properly, so that you can do well in the exam. And one more important thing, that please try to finish your or complete your assignments in time and submit them so that I can do the corrections for those. Now, coming back to our class, in our previous classes we had discussed in measurement chapter about density, about relative density, about the flotation of a body, about the buoyancy and all. And related to that topic, today we are going to discuss a very important topic, that is principle of flotation. So principle of flotation means how objects float. What principle they take behind that, so that the heavy objects can be made, they make them float on the liquid. Like suppose if we take the example of ships, such a big ships, how it is possible that they can easily float in water? So for that we have to study about principle of flotation. So according to the principle of flotation, the weight of the floating body, remember the weight of the floating body, so whichever body which is floating in water, floating on water actually, or floating in any other liquid, the weight of that object is equal to the weight of the liquid displaced by its submerged part. Means whatever the portion of the object inside water or inside liquid, that amount of volume of water you will take, the weight of that volume of water should be equal to the weight of the object which is floating. If these two becomes equal, then you can say that object can easily float on water. And on the basis of this principle, they build up ships, big ships, and that can easily float over sea water or river water. So what is the formula behind that? Weight of body, a body which is floating, the weight of the body is equal to the weight of liquid displaced. So you have to take the weight of that liquid displaced by the submerged part of the body. So for that I have to take a very simple example so that you can understand this principle of flotation more properly. Suppose I take one container and that container is filled with water, okay? Big container I have taken and that container is filled with water. Now I will place an object in this. I will place this object, and suppose this object is floating in this water. Now look at the portion of object which is inside water. This much portion of object is inside water. The above portion is still out of water and this object is floating on water. So whatever is the total weight of the object, so when you take an object outside, you can measure the weight of the object. When you get the weight of the object, that will become W. This is the weight of the object, okay? Now, when you place it inside water, how much portion of object inside water? You have to take only that portion of object. So the volume of this much portion of object inside water will be equal to the volume of water displaced. So less amount of object inside water, less water will be displaced. More amount of object inside water, more amount of water will be displaced. Like suppose if I take a glass, okay, and I will fill in this glass completely with water. Now, if I dip one finger, what will happen? Little bit amount of water will come out. If I dip two fingers inside this water, what will happen? Little bit more amount of water will come out. If I put my full hand inside this water, what will happen? More amount of water will come out. So the amount of water which is getting displaced is depending upon how much amount of object volume inside water. So if only one finger, that is a small portion of the object, that is a small volume of object is inside water. If I place my full hand, that means more amount of water was displaced. Now, on the basis of this, we come to a conclusion that any object which is placed in water or in liquid, the amount of portion that is inside water, the volume of that object will be equal to the volume of water displaced. So, weight of the body which we are taking as W should be equal to the weight of liquid displaced by the submerged part of the body. So submerged part of the body means the portion of the body which is inside water, that equal volume of water will displace or equal volume of liquid will get displaced, and we have to get the weight of that portion of the liquid. So you don't have to think that such a big ship is floating in water. So we are comparing the weight of the ship with the weight of ocean or weight of the water present in the sea. No, we are only talking about that quantity of water, that volume of water which is being displaced by the solid. So suppose if I take example, the volume of this full object is capital V. Okay, capital V. Like suppose if I say capital V, the volume of this object is 100 centimeter cube. Okay. Now, will this object will have some density? Yes, every object has got its own density. Suppose over here this object has got certain amount of density. So I will take the density of this solid as ds. Okay, density of the solid is also there. And we know gravity of Earth is 9.8 meter per second square. So density, gravity is also given. So we can calculate the weight of the object by using the formula volume into density of solid into gravity. Remember this formula. Weight of any object can be calculated by using this formula. Volume of object, the total volume, into density of that object, the density of solid I have taken, and into gravity. This should be equal to the weight of the liquid displaced. So how much amount of liquid will displace? So this much portion. Like suppose out of this 100 centimeter cube of volume, is this full 100 centimeter cube of object is inside water? No. If I say 70 centimeter cube of object is inside water. Okay. How much centimeter cube of object is inside water? 70 centimeter. So you will take how much quantity of water you have to take? You have to only take 70 centimeter cube volume of water. So which will be equal to force applied by water, which is equals to the small v. I am taking this volume of water which is getting displaced as small v. This I have taken as capital V and this I have taken as small v. So over here, what was the total volume? 100 centimeter cube. And what was the volume which is displaced by the solid? Only 70 centimeter cube. So you don't have to consider the full volume of water. You have to take only that amount of water which is getting displaced by the solid into density of liquid. Whatever is the density of the liquid, you can take into gravity. And we know that gravity will remain same. Now since gravity will remain same, it will get cancelled on both sides and the formula will become volume of solid into density of solid is equals to volume of liquid into density of liquid, or weight of the object will be equal to the weight of the liquid displaced by that object or by the submerged part of that object. So this is principle of flotation. Please try to understand using simple examples so that you can understand this topic, and try to learn this formula, because this formula will be very important for the later classes. So please try to understand this topic, that is very important. So today I want to discuss with assignment of second chapter that I have given to you, and many people were not able to do the correct answers. So that is why I want to discuss with the solution so that you can know the correct answers. For an MCQ, that is multiple choice question, first question was to calculate the volume of an irregular shaped solid. Remember how to calculate the volume of irregular shaped solid? Over there we have used the technique of measuring cylinder. There the measuring cylinder, we were taking the water up to initial level, and then after pouring that solid we were finding out the Q volume, and then from that final volume we were subtracting the initial volume. So subtract, the correct answer is subtract initial volume from final volume. Many people were writing final volume from initial volume. No, you will subtract the initial volume, means the starting volume, first volume, from the second volume, that is the initial volume from final volume. Second question was dash is not porous material. Porous means, porous objects are those objects which have lot of gas inside them, which is filled with air or the water can be filled inside that. So that is porous material. Like cotton is porous material, sponge is porous material. So which is not a porous material? So other examples were actually porous. Over here iron is a correct answer, that is not porous. So hard material, tough material material are generally non-porous. The density of mercury is 13.6 gram per centimeter cube, that is in the CGS unit. Its SI unit, that is in the SI unit, the density will be multiplied by 1000. Remember, if it is given in gram per centimeter cube, you have to convert it to kg per meter cube, you have to multiply 1000. So multiply this by 1000, and on multiplying this by 1000, you will get 13,600 kg per meter cube. Okay, next MCQ was, when a liquid is heated, okay, whenever you heat a liquid, it expands. Okay, why it expands? Because the density will going to increase and the volume will going to increase and its level rises upward. So since the volume is increasing, it will going to rise up. In coastal regions, the density of air above sea during night. So in coastal regions, the density of air above the sea during night. So during night, what happens? The land becomes very cool. So the air above them becomes cold, whereas sea remains a little bit warmer. So when we say sea is warmer, so there the air above that will be a little bit warmer. So the density of air will be less, and density of air above land will be more. So less than that of land air. So density of air above land, since it is hot air, the density will be less. Now fill in the blanks. For fill in the blanks, first question was an iron needle. Okay, first question was an iron needle sinks in water. So an iron needle sinks in water as its density is more than 1 gram. More than 1 gram per centimeter cube. So the density of iron needle is more than 1 gram, since the water density is 1 gram per centimeter cube, and we know that if any object whose density is more than water, then that object will going to sink. For question second MCQ, sea breeze blows from sea towards the air. So from where the sea breeze blows, it blows from sea towards the air. Third one, in case of liquids and gases. So if I say in terms of liquid and gases, denser object will going to float or sink. The denser object will obviously going to sink because the density is more, so the object will going to sink. In Eureka can, okay, next event was in Eureka can, the amount of the volume of water which was displaced was equal to the volume of the object. And the last one, during natural ventilation. Remember about the ventilators, about that exhaust when we talked about in previous class. So there natural ventilation will take place when the hot air will going to rise up. So which air will going to rise up? Hot air will going to rise up. Okay, next question was rewrite the correct answers. So for that the statements were wrong and you have to do the correction for that. First question was a piece of wood whose density is 0.65 gram per centimeter cube. It will sink in alcohol whose density is 0.80. So whose density is more and whose density is less. So you can see that the density of wood is 0.65 and density of alcohol is 0.80. So since alcohol is density is less, you will say it will float. Instead of saying what will happen, it will float in alcohol. So whose density is less, that object will going to float. So here the correction will be done. For the second question, when a gas is heated, its density, what happens whenever a gas is heated? Its density will going to decrease. Why decrease? Because on heating, the volume increases. The space between the molecule increases, so volume will increase. And whenever the volume increases, the density will obviously going to decrease. A ship loaded in seawater. So suppose seawater is there and a ship is there which is loaded in seawater. When it submerges less in river water or more in river water. So when it goes from sea to river, what will happen? It will going to submerge more. Why it will going to submerge more? Because river water, the density of river water is less as compared to the density of seawater. So the buoyancy applied by seawater is more, whereas the buoyancy applied by river water is less. So these are the corrections which you have to know. Okay, among the question and answers part, One question was there, first question, the volume of a piece of metal is 50 centimeter cube. So they have given the volume. So solution, right, given volume is 50 centimeter cube. If the density of metal, and the density is also given, okay, the density is 2.5 grams per centimeter cube, okay. 5 its mass. So remember the formula of density is mass upon volume. And here what you have to calculate? Mass. So volume which is divided this side will come this side and multiply. So it will become mass is equals to density into volume. Simple. Now how much is the density? 2.5 into volume is 15. 125. It will become 125 grams. So this is the answer for question number 1. Okay, one more question was there which many people were not able to do the correct answer for that. Why do objects like metal or stone sink in water, whereas wood or plastic floats in water? So what actually happened? Here the metal or stones, their density is more than the density of water. So metal and stones have more density compared to density of water, whereas the density of wood or plastic is less than density of water. So here the density plays a very important role. Since these objects like plastic and wood, they are light weighted, so their density is less and thence they can easily float in water, whereas the objects like metals or stones, their density is more as compared to the density of water. So we are in comparatively going to sink inside water. So these were some difficult questions which I have discussed. Now you people know all the answers, so please do it as in your notebooks or wherever you want, so that you can remember it for later.